Hello, everybody, and welcome into the craziness of what's going on February 25th, 2024. 10:01, a little bit of a late start. We have William, Ghetto, Greg, Rich, Jeff, Pearl, Sam, Jose, San, Darren, and Chris with us. I do believe Jeff Ryman will not be with us tonight. I got a message from him earlier today, and I don't think Rick Lakes is going to be with us tonight either. And both
It's
of them,
$10
that's
till Christmas.
some health stuff going on. Do what, Chris?
10 months till Christmas.
You sound as bad as my sister. I'm surprised you don't have it down to hours and minutes. Tony Wallow was first, followed by Josephine Castero out of the Philippines, and she is saying congratulations on 1600. I did hit 1600 early today, and I will be putting in for monetization. I'm debating on asking for help on doing it, which means I'm going to ask for help on doing it. Okay, Darren Gilholm was third. Greg was fourth. Of course, once again, he was trying to clean a carpet, but he was cleaning a carrot for some reason. You do know you don't clean carrots, right? You just peel them and boil them or eat them or whatever. Ghetto said hi to everybody. Jeff said hi. Jeff Ryman said he's not going to be here. And Long Dog says he's here and he's on a safari in the urban jungle. Don't really have a whole lot to go over. It's just a lazy Sunday night. Hope everybody had a good Sunday. I played golf. It was fun. I lost by one. But I figured many things out today. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow, everything I figured out today probably will go away since I'm going to sleep tonight, and then I'll be doing the same thing over again. Let me change that background. That was last night's background. Oh, he did join us. All right, cool. I think that was Jeff Ryman logging in, was it not?
Yeah, well,
They're here.
That's a
yeah,
surprise.
holy.
Go ahead, Jose.
Yeah, well, surprised, Jeff.
What's that?
I
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I had just told him I didn't think you would be here, considering what you got going on tomorrow. I
Well,
didn't
no,
mention that.
tomorrow night I won't be here because I'll be otherwise occupied.
Oh, okay.
I just mixed up a bunch of Miralax and Gatorade.
Well,
So you're gonna partake in the drinking of that tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Tomorrow, okay. I'm a
No,
day ahead.
Yeah, I got to get everything ready tonight. But so it sits in the fridge for a while with the stuff all dissolved. And anyway,
Not that I would
had
try
a
this,
fun
but
time. We'll be had by no one tomorrow.
now, have you ever? I wonder if you could mix alcohol with that, and what kind of an effect that would have on it.
I don't know. They specifically said in the instructions, no alcohol.
Oh, they did say no alcohol.
Yep.
Okay. So much for that theory.
It's interesting. Well, it's interesting to me that polyethylene glycol is not chemically hazardous to your body, but ethylene glycol or antifreeze certainly is. So just a little change in the molecule.
A little bit.
So you're drinking Miralax instead of that other stuff?
Yeah, you put a small bottle of Miralax, you dissolve that in 64 ounces of Gatorade. And take that with 4 tablets of stool softener or other laxative. So
Jeff, I'll say something here in a minute. You'll be happy you're taking what you're taking.
Is anybody?
well, I
watching
mean, in the past when I've done this, they've given me a prescription or a kit, but it ends up it's the same stuff, and so you can just buy it over the counter. So I guess there's no point in having to get the prescription stuff. So
Jose, I need a
Anyway, if
favor.
I'm lucky and they don't find anything, this might be the last time I'll have to do this. Never
Well,
can tell.
I drank that other stuff. It really wasn't that bad.
Are you on a 5-year cycle, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm just a little over 5 years. I had a polyp back in, I don't know, trying to think, 2015 or something like that. And then after I moved back to Vegas, I had another exam with no findings of that sort of thing. And so it's been 5 years since then. I told the gastroenterologist that I was a little bit late. And he said, no, you're still within the time period if you didn't find anything last time. So if you've never had a finding ever, and you started, say, when you were 50 or so, and did it every 5 years until you're 70, then they normally just let you quit because you're considered low risk. But I have had a polyp in the past, so whether they'll let me quit after this one or not, I don't know.
Well, I
So
have
that
a
would make
feeling
me
that
like 81 the next time. If I do another one at 81, I guarantee you that'll be the last one.
Try drinking that, Joe. Ugh, that was hard. I got about
What?
to there.
Well, what is it?
This is let's see.
It's probably the same stuff. It's just
It's called gabalite.
what's the ingredient? Probably polyethylene glycol. That's what mine was when I
Yep,
did the prescription thing.
yep. It's 240,000 grams. Yeah, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, and sodium sulfate. Yeah.
I don't know. I told the gastroenterologist I had normally done the prescription thing in the past, but it's the same stuff. So I bought an extra dose of the stuff. So if it doesn't get me completely cleaned out, I can do a second one. So anyway, enough talk about that. Yes.
Jose, I need a favor from you, please. If you could if you could look at the stream and look at the top of the Zoom box, tell me if you see there's a little black strip that starts on Bill's side and goes over to about 3/4 of Josh's side on the very top. Let me know if you see that or not.
Yes, I can do that, but I need to be clear on Zoom or on YouTube.
Look on on YouTube. Look on the stream on YouTube. Zoom, I don't see
Okay.
it.
All right, let me give me a moment.
Yeah, I see it both on OBS and on the stream, which makes sense because that OBS projects what's being there. Jen OFW
Well, you've got a
Adventure
very
says
dark
hello.
gray strip at the top and the bottom as well.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And the top gray strip is the one that's got a little bit of a black strip on it, and I don't understand why it didn't go all the way. Tony Wallow is saying I am low again, and I don't understand how I can be low because nothing has changed and nothing has moved.
You are a little bit low.
Sound normal to me.
On Zoom or on the stream? I think
Zoom.
they're referring to the stream.
Okay, I've got the stream muted. Hold
Okay,
on.
that's correct. That's correct. So I don't know. It might have been I did a Josh Kinder. The microphone's in front of me to my right.
You
and I
are
turned to
low
my
on the
left.
stream.
I am low on the stream. Did a Josh Kinder. The microphone's in front of me to my right.
You are low on the stream.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jim said that Zoom's louder.
Well, if you guys could see the mixer, you would not understand him saying that because you guys are 3 notches below me on the slider, and I'm all the way to the top on the slider, but yet you're louder than I am. Interesting. Let me go figure something out here.
I've heard you low the past few nights.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
mean,
sure.
I've got on my mixer, everything's the same level all the way across. Of course, I'm not the one broadcasting. I understand the difference there. It's just what I'm.
Yeah, I'm looking in OBS right now. I'm not not gonna
Yes,
go into that
Ken.
mixer yet.
Yes, Ken. I can confirm. I want to acknowledge, confirm there is that little so slightly bar, quote unquote bar, what you said. Yes,
Right,
yes.
all right. So I'm not seeing things. Okay, cool. Thank you. We'll figure out what that is later. Joe Jen OFW Adventure says hello to everybody. Good to see Jen. Always like to see participants from across the water down in the Philippines and or anywhere else in that part of the world. Long Dog says your audio coming through YouTube when your audio coming through YouTube when you everybody else my ears get. Okay, that's Long Dog speak that I don't understand. If anyone can decode that, please let me know. All right, what is going on?
Yes, please, long dog, please. In Spanish, please. In Spanish, please, man.
There you go. Let's confuse us even more.
Let's do Spanglish.
All right, let's give that a shot and see if that's any better for my voice going across YouTube stream. Zoom will not be affected. This is only for a test. Does anyone understand Long Dog talk? No, I don't think so. Tony is saying COO. How's my audio going across the stream now? It doesn't look like on the slider that it's actually going up. I have my slider on OBS all the way to the top. Theoretically, my voice should be overwhelmingly. Tony's still saying it's low.
Sounds about the same now.
All right, let me try something. I don't know what's going on unless someone got in here and messed. What about now? Now I'm literally sitting over on top of the microphone, and according to the mixer, it's still the same. All right, so everybody's saying it's very low. Volume, the Bronc 9, hello Bronc 9, he's saying volume is okay. Let me go make one more little adjustment.
On my end, it's pretty close to the same volume on Zoom and on the stream for me. I don't have any mixer adjustments on the receiving end. It's all the same.
Right. The other way to do it is lower the volume for Zoom. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that because they seem to be in a pretty good place right now. And just as sure as I start messing with that, then I'll get things all screwed up. I would rather attack my problem with the microphone and see if I can bring it up to comparable levels or good levels. Zoom is much louder. Yeah, it should be a whole bunch much louder right now. But according to the mixer, it's not. I mean, according to the mixer, it hasn't really changed. Maybe a filter. If there's a filter to be added to here, I don't know how to do it. All I did so far is I've gone into advanced properties on the microphone and I've actually added 25% to it. That's all I've done. Right now, my mic is sitting at 125%. I did not mess with anything else. Desktop audio is sitting at 80%, and you guys say they are fine. So I don't want to lower them any more than that. It's too bad I'm playing golf at noon tomorrow. Otherwise, maybe Doug might have a suggestion on how to make it better. I don't know, but I can always watch it later when I get home. Look at
We
the
had
filters.
a fire.
I got noise suppress. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had a fire today. You see the message on Zoom, on Facebook?
I did see a message about something may have bitten through some wires or something.
Yeah, my aunt's got a storm shelter, and got electricity, and something must have shoot on the wires, cause it started a fire, and didn't have to call the fire department. We put it out ourselves, but there were several people stopped. Somebody saw it from almost a mile away. The
Wow.
smoke.
Wow. All right, I made another adjustment to my audio in OBS, and I'm going to see how that goes. According to the mixer, though, it's seriously not changing.
Sounds like it's lower than before.
When I made the last change, it seems lower now.
Yes, now it seems lower than it did before.
All right, let me go unchange that one then. That's interesting that would be lower. All right, I'm going to bring that change back, and let's see what it sounds like now. I turned something off, and I just turned it back on. How does it sound now? Long Dog is saying, I guess it's okay now with that 25%. Sam, how is it sounding now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, so the change I made was I have a filter on the microphone through OBS that let me get out of that. I give up. Now I can't get to it. Hang on. There we go. I have a filter, noise suppression, to suppress the background noise. It's louder when the noise suppression is on. When I turned it off, you said it actually lost volume.
You might have got a little bit louder, slightly.
All right, so I'm going to turn it off. This noise suppression is currently set to good quality, more CPU usage, which that's fine. I'm turning it off now. And then I'll say a couple words to see. That is, according to what Sam said a while ago, it should be lower on YouTube right now because I'm not running a filter. I'm only running that by just normal. So now I'm going to turn it back on, and it should get slightly louder or go back to being acceptable. Then I'm going to change the filter and see how this sounds. Okay. All right. So how does it sound on YouTube right now? I'm using a different filter that's set at negative 30 decibels. I'm going to talk for a couple seconds, couple minutes. I'm going to talk for a second till we get a grasp on the audio, and then I'm going to turn it off. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to turn it off. So if someone on the chat could let me know how the audio sounds right now, I changed filters, I would appreciate it. And as soon as I get confirmation, either good, bad, or otherwise, I will make another change. So Jose, while I'm doing this, give some thought as to what that could be as far as the fact that the gray has got that little bit of a black bar only on that one side. And apparently my audio has stopped working everywhere. It's not as sharp. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to turn that filter off. Thank you, Sam. I'm going to turn that filter off. That filter is now off. Now there's no filter whatsoever running at all. It's just non-filtered from the microphone. It looks like I'll be ordering me a boom arm. No? Nobody got that? Okay. I can hear the fish tank, I think. Wow, if you can hear that fish tank. I can hear the fish tank, I think. Okay, I just heard someone echoing, and that sounded all right. I mean, I could hear an echo. I could hear my voice through YouTube, through Zoom. Well, that gets confusing.
Yeah, that was me. I
Okay.
had YouTube on.
So how does that sound overall right now? I don't have any filters running at all. Is that better? About the same? the fish tank that you think you're hearing, is it a low hum? Maybe.
I can hear the water running, the
Wow.
filter flashing.
Wow. All right. Are there any other audio filters I can add? All right.
Okay.
Are there any other audio filters I can add? All right.
Okay.
Are there any other? In hearing me
It's just
through
me.
you on Zoom, that sounds like it's actually okay. So I'm going to leave that like that for a day or two and see what happens. I'm going to turn the filter off and then go from there. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I am not
Yeah.
buying it.
About,
Go ahead, Jose.
yeah. About the water fish tank in the background. For some people might bother for that. Some other people might not. You know, for me it doesn't bother. It's not bothering for me. But you know, if you want to listen to, I know that you're trying to accommodate your viewers and everything for so que you can be here and clear and everything. But you know, but I don't know. I just wanted to chime in here for that,
So-
anyways.
I guess the question that comes to my mind is, up until tonight, could you always hear the water in the background, or was it just tonight?
Just now.
Okay, so then the filters do their job and they
Yeah.
filter it out.
But it
Right.
also lowers your voice just by a little bit because naturally a filter is going to take some sound away from any audio.
Right. That's pretty good. You can hear that because it's 6 feet behind me. Pretty strong pumps moving that water around. Don't mess with anything. It's just fine. So it's been just fine in the past, and nothing gets messed with, and then all of a sudden, about 3 weeks later, it's back to being messed up. Boy, does that sound familiar.
Yeah, I know. I'm going back to the boom Ken, you mentioned.
Yes.
It's about time. It's about time for you to get a boom arm.
No, I don't need a boom arm. I don't need the microphone up here for me to pull down because there's literally no place I could do it. I have got this microphone sitting right on the corner of my desk. I can see all the monitors. Nothing's obstructed. And up until tonight, it worked really good. I don't get it. Just my luck, I guess. So
Yeah.
anyway,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe Sam and yours truly here could give you some tips, hints, recommendations, whatever, if you're up to it.
Sure. I mean, I would like for everybody to be able to hear me. Zoom is always going to be able to hear me. Always. It's moving it over from Zoom to the stream. Long Dog says, who can ever hear the water in your background, we got to start talking about what kind of computer setup you've got going on because that's incredibly sensitive. Was it unplugged? No, nothing's unplugged. I just turned the filter off and it got better, but I don't understand it. I mean, for literally
What
months
kind
and
of-
years.
What kind of microphone are you using?
I have the dreaded Yeti. I have a blue Yeti.
What kind is that? Is that an omnidirectional or is it just a cardioid?
I can set it 4 different directional settings. I
Okay.
currently have it setting on what I thought was the best one. This is the, oops. Guess I can't do that. I thought I could hold it up high enough. I can't. The gain's at 3/4. And I have it set. All right, so let's do that. Let's just kill 4 or 5 minutes here. I'm going to change it from the current setting. I'm going to go to the one to the, sure I am. Okay, I changed it. I did not mess with the gain. I moved it. And how does that sound? Is that any better? Any worse? About the same? I'm trying not to move myself. The Bronc 9 is saying Jose is very loud on YouTube. Tony is giving me a thumbs up for audio now. Let me go listen
now
to
sounds
YouTube.
clearer.
That's
I think
better?
you sound clearer now. Yeah, strangely enough.
That
Whatever
is,
It sounds
seem-
about the same to me now.
it sounds like
guys
it
are worse than
normally
a bunch of old women. You know that? Oh, that really sounds good. Ah, it's horrible. Make up our minds.
off right now.
Got slight-
Do what, Sam?
Did you adjust the filter?
No, I did not. I turned the filter off. All I did just now is I went to the back of the Yeti microphone and I made a settings change from where it was over one to the right. That's all I did.
You got a little bit louder.
Yeah, I can hear it from Jeff's. If I can hear it through Jeff's, then it's probably okay. Would be my guess, or anybody's for that matter. Now I'm going to put it back to the original setting. Would be my guess, or anybody's for that. Now we found another way to make Greg leave instead of Da Vinci. All right, I just put it back. I heard a little click, so it's back to the original setting. How does it sound now?
Sounds lower.
Low?
Yeah.
Jeff, if you'll do the honors, and turn your audio on and unmute your mic, I'll go from there.
Well, it's a tiny bit lower, but not much.
All right, let me see if how it
Well,
sounds.
It's a tiny bit lower, but not much.
All right, I'm going to put it back to that one setting. I don't know, guys. It's really there. It's back to where everybody said it sounded pretty good. Unless it's the angle that I have the microphone, and if anyone says, "Oh yeah, the angle of the microphone really makes a big difference," then I'm going to go outside and scream. Oh wait, the full moon was 2 nights ago, wasn't it? Or was
You
it
better
last
go-
night?
Better
Last
go-
night.
If you have it on the omnidirectional, that should pick up your voice in like a cone shape from a pretty wide cone from the front of the microphone.
Yeah, I'd have to dig the directions out to see where it's currently set, or Google it, and I'm not going to Google it. Says the man who's looking up Google right now. A little bit of overtime tonight, maybe. We are in at 10:28. All right. what
Well,
does
you
this
know,
say?
the Yeti's supposed to be a mythical creature, so I don't know. Does that apply to the
That's-
microphone?
All right, so here we go. It originally was set on stereo mode, and you guys said it was low. Now it's in cardio mode, and you say that's better. The next one down is omnidirectional mode. I'm going to. You sound fine after that microphone. Well, it's been the same microphone, Long Dog. The microphone didn't change. All right, I'm going to change this to omnidirectional. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I changed it. It's now omnidirectional. We'll see how that sounds. Says that pick up sound equally from all around the mic. It's best used in situations when you want to capture the ambience of being there. Do you guys feel like I'm there?
Slightly lower.
Here we go. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's less sharp too.
All right. So we clearly don't want to check out the bidirectional then. Well, what the hell? Let's check out bidirectional. Clicking to bidirectional in 3, 2, 1. Currently on bidirectional. Let us see what that sounds like. Long Dog says he's driving, so it's hard. Yeah, I would imagine if you're driving, listening to it over your Bluetooth on your car speakers, it probably would be difficult. So I'm on bidirectional. How does that sound?
Bidirectional's better than omnidirectional.
Okay. So not to play the eye doctor or anything, but let's go with bidirectional is 1, and cardioid is 2. So this is 2. How does this sound now? Better? About the same? Did I unmute my mic? I unmuted my mic.
Do we hear one again?
I think that's better actually, personally.
All right, I'm
That's
going to
fine.
go back to 1, which is bidirectional. Here we go. Oh, there it's
Lower.
on bidirectional. This is bidirectional. Wintermute says 2 is better. Jim says leave it on 2. All right. So I'm going to move it back. All right. It is back to cardinoid mode, and I'm going to leave it there.
Yep, that's a much better response over the whole frequency range.
Here we go. 1 is too distant. Isn't that interesting? He's saying it's too distant. I'm not moving. I'm still sitting in the same spot. And actually, I'm talking toward the mic. I'm not talking directly to the mic, but I'm talking toward. Look, I'm talking with my hands. And if I offend you by saying I'm talking with my hands, I think we all do it. I try not to, but it's just the way I am. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Wintermute. Thank you, Bronk9. Thank you, Long Dog. Thank you, Jen OFW Adventures. Thank you, OneFish26. Rick was here earlier. I don't know if he's still watching or not. Jose Fina Casiro. I got to learn to say. They got to change their names. Betty, Brenda, Bobby. It's got to be simple names. So, anyway, good night. I will not be here for Doug tomorrow. I will be playing golf or starting at noon. Ironically, Doug starts at noon my time, so gosh, it was a tough decision. See you guys tomorrow. Left. Okay, we are back live for part 2 of the goodbyes because apparently I forgot to mention someone. So, Rich, I'm sorry. I know you're here. I can see your picture. I don't know how I didn't mention you, so please forgive me. And Bill, sorry. And Ghetto. Sin. I should put my glasses on so I can see this. No, in all seriousness, I want to thank all the homies for being here. Night in and night out. As well as the people on the YouTube chat that show up and chat and then they show up later over here. I do want to thank Greg. I do poke fun at Greg. I call him Grumpy all the time. And like I said earlier today, well, this will cheer you up, Grumpy. I got so frustrated playing golf today that I wanted to say something to Jake, and I went, "Hey, Greg!" Good night, everybody. And Chris, and Max, and Jeff, and Darren, and Sam, and Jeff, and John Boy, and Mary Ellen,